Britney Spears' ex-husband posed for Playgirl. So I wasn't laughing at that part, but it was the setup to this story. So apparently Sam Asghari is on the latest cover of Playgirl, looking good by the way. Half naked and naked in certain parts. But here's the thing, which ruins it for me. My thing is, if you're not showing pole or hole, I don't want to see it at all. Because it's like, well, what's the point of doing Playgirl if you're not going to give us the goods? So this is why I miss my friend Daniel, our DCO, who used to do the whole Playgirl thing. He's the one that got Levi Johnson. You remember Bristol Palin baby daddy to be on the cover of Playgirl back in the day. Kind of need him to come back and do it because we don't want to just see, okay, a man with a great body and you got a towel or whatever over you, but you're not going to show us the goods. So anyway, Sam Asghari is Playgirl's latest cover star, posting shirtless and at times pantsless for a racy spread in the magazine's December 2025 issue. On one of the two covers, Britney Spears' ex-husband stares down photographer Katie Levine's camera in a pair of unzipped leather pants by Trinidad 3, his ripped abs front and center in the shot. The other is even more risque, with the Iranian-American model and actor posing poolside at LA's Paradise Pasadena, wearing nothing but a strategically placed towel. Now, Asghari, who's 31, and Spears, who's 44, didn't she just have a birthday? Happy birthday to her. Dated for over 7 years before becoming engaged in 2021. Following the end of the Lucky Singer's controversial conservatorship, the couple married in June 2022, but separated just 1 year later, with Asghari filing for divorce in August of 2023. Asghari spoke warmly of his uber-famous ex when in the accompanying video, according to writer Sandra Song, referencing an old Iranian proverb that says you must never speak ill of those you've eaten with. Sharing a meal is to pledge your loyalty. And here's the thing. I know a lot of people sit up in here and look at Sam as, I don't trust him, whatever the case was. But as long as I've been paying attention to all of this, Sam has never said anything remotely negative about Britney compared to others like Kevin Federline, who runs around here saying all kinds of shady shit about his ex-wife for a check, and that book bombed at the on the charts. I was gonna say at the box office. It bombed. Nobody went and bought the book. Nobody cared about the book. That's why I was glad that so many people went, and even the bloggers and all this other stuff started spilling all the stuff that was in the book, so you didn't have to go out and pay your hard-earned money for that mess. Just read the blogs or watch people like me talk about it so you can save your money. Whatever follows is irrelevant, he added, and the best thing you could do is celebrate the past. Appreciate the past and not dwell on the fact that it's over. Be happy it ever even happened. Now, Asghari is currently working on a movie that mirrors his own experience about exiled artists from countries that forbid free expression. His experience with Spears, who when they met was already under her highly publicized conservatorship, opened his eyes and taught him that fame and money aren't the most important things in life. And speaking of conservatorships or guardianships, damn, I forgot to bring up that story about Wendy Williams, because according to her attorney, Tony Tacopina, I think is his name. He's saying that Wendy could be out of her conservatorship or guardianship. It's the same shit, different toilet. Her guardianship by the end of the year. So fingers crossed that happens. And she was out partying recently. His experience, man, said it's clear from the lighthearted, tantalizing photographs accompanying the piece, including a shot of the star in a bubble bath, his black boxer briefs just barely visible under the foam, that Asghari is indeed pursuing his version of the American dream. So who knows? When they talk about him and whatever, I'm like, what if Sam ends up? Could you see him doing an OF? But I think he's trying to do other things besides adult cinematography. Like that'd be the last resort, I would think. He's a personal trainer, so you can make money from that, especially in LA. So he said, I'm going to be the Sam that I was when I moved to America because I'm still the person with the same enthusiasm, with the same positivity, with the same energy. And here's the thing, it's good for him. Like, he seems to be a nice guy. He seems to be charismatic. I like when he was on The Traitors for, the little time that he was on there, the screen time they gave him. But it's time that he figures out a way to carve out a identity for himself outside of, Britney Spears. And that's the thing when it comes to people like Britney, is the fact that anybody who dates her is going to be scrutinized under her shadow and hard to try to carve out their own identity. Now let's go to the carousel that I have of Sam, in case y'all didn't see the pictures that I had over on my channel. So there's the first Playgirl cover. I like the pants. And then here's the other Playgirl cover where he is bucket naked with just a towel covering his Iranian heat missile. So then we have also, he is looking like a snack in a towel. I like the long hair on him. And then he's in the look like leather pants. I like that chair. And again, I like these denim jeans that he got on though. And then he's in the tub. They say he's got on black boxer briefs. It's cute. Should have been wearing less. And then there he goes with the solo photo. He looks good here. It reminds me of, damn, who was that adult porn, that adult cinema performer that he kind of favors him, like skinny, did like a gangbang. I remember he came out as HIV positive and started doing bareback movies. I can't remember his name, but I know he follows me on Twitter. But he's like one of those iconic vintage adult performers from back in the day. I can't remember his name, but he kind of favored him in that picture that I was thinking of. But anyway, so I'd say, this Jeff Palmer, I think was his name. Yeah, Jeff Palmer. That's what kind of reminded me of in that picture. So I'll say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding what Sam Asghari had to say and those sexy ass photos? So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.